Welcome to the All Need Music Podcast. I'm Matt,
And I'm Jesse.
and we're here with special guest Waylon Hanel tonight.
What's going on, man?
How's it going, brother?
Hell yeah.
Very good. I feel a lot better talking to you guys versus what I was doing earlier, so this is a plus.
Well, yeah, if you feel like cussing, like you're pissed off at something, use Jesse. That's just generally what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Act like he's not holding your flashlight right or something.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you talking about, city boy? I hold the flashlight right all the time. I'm usually down there wrenching.
He says city.
Yeah.
He says city boy, but ask him who has to save him on 2 tracks up north in Wolverine.
Before we started here, we were talking with Waylon a little bit, and he was talking about doing a delete on his 6.4. Matt had no clue what we were talking about whatsoever. So
I was like, Roger that, 10-4.
Yep, Roger 10-4. So Waylon's been working on his truck all day, which when I heard that you were doing that is even cooler, because I was like, hell yeah, dude, brother's working on a diesel. Like, you don't get more country than that. Matt don't know nothing about that. He's got them gassers,
Yeah, I got a Corrado that's gas, no diesel.
He's one of them Chevy guys.
Yeah.
We got the Ford Super Duty, so we know what's up.
Oh yeah. Even though I'm working on one right now, we know what's up.
Right. Yeah, we're modifying it though. We're making it even better than it already is, which is already better than a Chevy. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can't complain. I grew up. My dad always had Fords. That was always what he drove. And before this Chevy, I had a Ford. I'm not as brand specific as my dad, and he's not either anymore. But I'd still love to get an old 70s square body Ford like he had growing up, or he had bought a 49 Ford. Him and my uncle fixed that up, and that was a sweet truck growing up. I would love to get something like that too, but finances don't call for that. But one day, maybe
if you knew like a body guy that could restore one of those,
he could probably. It would, if Dan started working on restoring a truck now, he could start on a 2025 and it would be restored when it was vintage.
A classic. When it was a classic.
Well, I thought we were talking about music, but if we're going to go square bodies, I'm going to go Chevy. The 6.4 was actually a good engine. If you bulletproof it, it'd be good. Like the 6.0.
Well, yeah.
730s are good. So I do like Fords, but square body Chevy rules it. He wants the square body Ford.
Oh, yeah.
No, don't work.
Yeah, shit happens.
I thought we were talking about music on this channel.
We do, but we're talking country shit too, because Waylon is country.
Shit. Country boy shit.
And by the way, when we get
this
gas,
is the episode
I
of Young Needs Elite Kits.
Yeah.
Delete kits, yep.
Yeah.
We've been trying to find a delete kit for Dan for about 5 years now.
Really?
Every time he starts talking, we're like, can we delete him?
Thank you.
So yeah, let's jump into the music though, Waylon. And man, from Clio originally, yeah.
Millington.
Okay. I thought you were originally from Clio, but not.
Yeah, Millington is where I graduated from, my hometown. And me and the girlfriend, when we talked on the phone earlier, we moved to Clio. That's where I live now.
Okay. I knew I had caught something from
trying
Clio
the whole
before.
home thing out.
Nice.
Yeah.
How far away is that?
Not too far from Millington. It's about a half an hour, So driving back and forth to see mom and dad, and make our merch and write and all that kind of stuff. It's a nice little drive, and I enjoy it.
Heck yeah. Just far enough away that you get your little privacy, but yeah, it's still close enough for a home cooked meal.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And we know he likes good food, because when we were in Nashville for CMA Fest, we're hitting our favorite spot. And where do we run into you at? But getting yourself some damn good Martin's barbecue.
Martin's barbecue, baby.
Oh yeah, there's nothing better, dude.
Yeah, we go there, we eat way too much and regret it afterwards from eating too much, but we always go back.
Oh yeah, it's the best feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice this time because usually we hit Martin's, later on, like maybe dinner time, and then by the time we're going to the concerts and everything, we're just feeling it. So when we went for lunch that time and then bumped into you guys there, and it was like that was like perfect. We had a couple hours to kind of like strive off the food baby, and then made it out for some shows. So very cool.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah. So in the world of music, right? You've you're all self-taught pretty much, right? From the get-go.
Oh yeah, yep. I've taught myself how to play guitar, sing a little bit. Yeah, nice koozie, brother. And but yeah, never had a lesson on guitar. I play everything the way I want to play, and so far the journey's been good to me. There's ups and downs, but the downs are always something to learn from, and then you can just motivate yourself to do better from it. So everything is always positive with me in music.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, and if you don't like his music, then you can kiss his ass.
That's right.
Exactly. Go listen to New Old Outlaws. Check it out.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong. And I know from even when we started listening to you a couple of years ago to now, you were good a couple of years ago, but Jesse and I were talking about it. I think we actually covered part of it on our CMA recap podcast.
Yeah.
About how we noticed like a tremendous amount of growth in that time. And it was like, man, Waylon sounded good before, but when we saw you in Nashville at CMA Fest, we were like, he's good and he got even better yet. Like, I don't even know how that happens. We've been doing this podcast a while and we haven't gotten any better yet. We're still the same as we were.
Well, what do you mean? This is pretty good right now.
I mean, Matt definitely hasn't gotten better looking. I mean,
that's true.
I mean, it's hard for me to get better looking, but we definitely did cover that in the our recap. We wanted to talk and highlight you as far as when we went and seen you there. It was like we brought a bunch of our friends and stuff that hadn't seen you before, and we had played you and like, hey, you guys got to check this guy out. He's really good. And then when you played up there on that stage, it was like, holy shit, like he's climbing them steps and he's there.
Well, thank you very much, brother. Really appreciate it. Yeah, that CMA show down there was so much fun, and it was my second year going down there for CMA Fest, and I can't wait for next year, man. Hopefully, bigger and better things come up, and one of these days I get to play that big stage.
Heck yeah. Well, keep doing what you're doing because it's not too far out for you. I'm telling you that.
Damn it, Dan's creeping in again.
Well, I just want to say, when you play live, I appreciate how you sound. You sound like good. Like when you listen to you on like Spotify, whatever, you sound the same. That's what I appreciate. It doesn't sound any different.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Thank you very much. It's sorry, I'm throwing my phone on the charger right now. I've been having to use it for a light in the garage all day. There we go. Hell yeah, brother.
But I like going to a live show.
Hey, sorry about that.
Like
yep, we're all plugged up, ready to go.
Sound different.
Yeah, and we find that you get that with a lot of
yeah, it's
oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, all I was going to say is playing live is, it's the most fun. You have so much fun in the studio doing that kind of thing, but when you get to play live, you get to see people's reactions, you get to see how to work the crowd and all that kind of stuff. And in a way, every time you do a show, even though it's for real, it's practice at the same time for when you get opportunities to open for Trace Adkins, Travis Tritt, like I fortunately have been able to. And it's just an experience. That's all it is, man. It's an experience that it never gets old. I'm not joking.
Yeah, and you've actually opened for quite a few big names, in in addition to Trace Atkins, Uncle Cracker, Tyler Farr. I think you just opened for Lone Star here a couple weeks ago for a couple of back-to-back shows. Jody Messina and a bunch of others, and then you've got
Yes, I did, brother, over the 4th of July weekend.
yeah, and then you've got Phil Vassar and John Michael Montgomery coming up that you'll be opening for at the Charlevoix-Emmett County Fair.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a awesome show, dude. I cannot wait for that one. And it's flying up here. Oh my god.
Yeah, couple weeks now. I don't even know. The 20th, right? I think is when it is.
A few months ago. Yeah, our August 20th. It's on a Wednesday. Yep. And I remember 2 or 3 months ago when that show felt so far out. I had so many other gigs and shows in between, and now it's like, holy crap, like this is the next big thing. It's going to be so much fun, man. I can't wait to see you guys up there.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Well, you'll see us before, at least me before that. I'll see you on Sunday, which will be before this airs, but I'll see you at the Polish Festival on Sunday. And then right after this airs, because this will air on Tuesday of next week, we'll see you Friday night over in Lincoln at the Sunrise Side Music Festival, where you're playing Friday night, and Boomtown, Allie Walker, and Jesse Campbell are on Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah, we're bringing the whole crew up there to that Sunrise Festival up there. So we're kind of excited about that. We get to come up there, and we're camping for a couple days. And Boomtown Saints, people that we've had on the podcast prior, and I've seen them. They're playing on Saturday night, but I was like, dude, this is like a 2-for-1. Like, we get our boy Waylon, and then we get Boomtown Saints. So yeah, super excited to see you up there for that. So yeah, we're gonna bring some people with us.
And bring some beer too.
Oh yeah, We'll have the Busch lattes.
What? They say you can't. You can't bring any alcohol into the festival. They've got a beer tent.
Well, yeah, but
boot shooters probably.
Yep. Boot shooters.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, this is going to air before we go there. Hopefully they're not watching us knowing about the boot shooters.
Oh, shit. Security's going to be looking for us again.
Yep, again.
So going back to the music side of things, when you got started, kind of COVID disrupted the whole world, but certainly disrupted the music industry. What was that like for you to kind of make that transition to the social media side of things in the growth of your career at that point?
Mm-hmm. It was pretty crazy, man. I started when I was, 15, 16, 17 years old before the COVID deal. And I was kind of earning a little bit of a name for myself in my local area of Millington, Genesee County, Tuscola County, around that area. And right when I was starting to gain a little bit more of a following and thinking about, playing with other people besides just doing a solo act, incorporating a few other musicians, boom, everything shut down. And Whitmer, she shut down all the bars and restaurants and everything that, could have live music. Yeah. And I couldn't play at Meijer or Walmart. That was the only thing that was open,
right.
So, yeah. So it was a big mess up, and I didn't know what to do. So I said, you know what? I'm going to just put out some Facebook videos to see if people still like live music, because I didn't know what their take was. And people, they loved it. They ate it up, and they said, we want more. We can't wait to see you live again. So it was a good momentum keeper. Yeah. It's like we were still in the race without putting a horse out there. We were just right there. Nice. And then right when everything started letting up, when I was able to play shows, they were packed, dude. And it, in a way, it kind of built in energy because people forgot how much fun it was to listen to live
Right.
music. And then when everything opened back up, it was like boom, off to the races, and it hasn't stopped there, man. It just keeps on going.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
I remember.
that was a crazy time when kind of the world shut down right there. But yeah, I mean, for someone like you, like just getting into the live music gig, like I'm sure that I mean, it was a huge bummer that everything shut down. But with you doing the Facebook lives and like you said, building that kind of energy and stuff like that to get people out there. So it was almost a good thing, but a bad thing, at the same time.
Absolutely. You made a good thing happen out of a shitty situation.
Absolutely.
And it kept people's heads up instead of just saying, "Oh, I'm stuck at home, can't do nothing." At least if you're going to be on your phone, you might as well be watching some live music.
Hell yeah.
I lived on the Facebook
Yeah.
live scene for like all of COVID because I'm a music junkie and
Yeah.
always want to go to concerts, and it wasn't an option. And so it was like every day I'm like, who's going live today? And I'm just looking at people's Facebook, just looking to see what artist is going live tonight. I need to watch something. And whether it was Jake Owen or Dylan Carmichael, or we didn't know about you then at that point, but it was like Ashley McBride, whoever I could
Oh
get
yeah.
a live going. I'm just sitting there like, okay, I'm getting a fix, like, because I'm a hardcore junkie. I needed my fix during COVID.
Well, yeah, it was like a sense of normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people are still doing their normal thing, and you could actually visibly see it. It was like a comfort deal for me at least.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Hmm.
And so from that point, obviously things have taken off considerably for you, from all of the massive names that you've been able to open for already, all the way up to playing the national anthem for the commander in chief, which had to have been just a phenomenal experience. Regardless, because we don't typically delve into politics. Every now and again, we'll let something slip, because people just love to be people and Karens, and
Oh yeah.
regardless of where you stand on things. I've always been of the mindset that if you get an opportunity like that, regardless of where you stand politically, you jump on it.
Well, that's what I thought about it. I mean, I've played a show with, like we talked about earlier with Lone Star this past 4th of July in 2025. I did 2 shows with them, and there was 3,500 people at both of them. I think the biggest crowd that I ever played for was Travis Tritt at the Bay City Music Festival 3 years ago, and there was, I think, 6,500 to 6,000 people there.
Nice.
And that was huge for me, and it still is. It's still a huge number. And when I got to sing the anthem for Trump, it was me and my steel player Barry Goki. And I said, brother, I want to do it with you. I feel like you should be a part of this too. He goes, Waylon, I really appreciate you extending the offer. So we went down to the Dork Federal Credit Union Event Center, right there off 69. And anyway, yeah. See, you guys are normal, man. You get that stuff.
Right.
Anyway, so we went down there, man, and we were there when all the media people were setting up the news cameras, the spotlights. We were the only ones in there besides the Secret Service, and they were walking around and all that kind of stuff. And when people started filtering in there, I'm like, oh my God, like this is a lot of people. There ended up being, I think, 9,000 people at that
Oh
show.
wow. Nice.
Yeah, to see the president. And kind of tying the full circle back to what you were saying about, if you get the opportunity, I don't think I could ever top that. If I rise, let's say I rise to the top. Let's say I do, and which I hope I do, and be able to share my music with everybody. That's my goal, and how do I say it? The reason that's my top, just to be able to share music with everybody and their brother throughout the whole United States and maybe the
Yeah.
world. That's my goal. It's not to make a bunch of money. It's not to do that. It's just to play music. And let's say I go to Ford Field and sell 60,000 seats. I don't think being able to play that show and sing the national anthem, America's
Right.
song for the president, that tops the whole cake for me.
So the only thing that could probably top that would be to do the national anthem at like an inauguration or something then.
Now that could top it. That could top it, dude.
Yeah. Very cool. I mean, I know for me, the line of work that I'm in, I run a company, and we were actually asked to provide transportation for the president before. And we did, and it was a lot of hoops to jump through with Secret Service, getting all of our drivers vetted and everything. And you know, we had people that were like, you know, why would you do that? And I'm like, I don't care who resides at 1600 Pennsylvania. If you want to use our company as a service, we absolutely want to do business with you. I don't care what your background is, what side of the aisle you're on. I don't care. We're in business to make money, right? And we want to make money for the company in general. And so whoever the customer is doesn't really matter in that sense. And so if you've got the opportunity to do something for this country and for the White House and you don't jump on it, to me is crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, what other chance do you have to do something like that?
Yeah.
You know, whether providing a service or singing or being able to meet the president, it's like I don't see anybody who would pass that up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and that was my biggest thing. It was an honor. I was just so fortunate to be able to do it. And America, fuck
America,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, hell yeah,
See?
dude. And that right there, Waylon, that story that you just told, you know, so anybody that follows our podcast and everything, you know, we root for the up and comers in country music, and we interview a lot of people in you know, as up and comers and stuff like that. And that story that you just told right there, of that, you know, your end all goal is to play music for everybody. You didn't even talk about like being on the big stage. You didn't talk about the stadium shows. You didn't talk about, you know, playing at, you know, CMA on, you know, at Nissan Stadium or something like that. You just said you wanted to spread music to everybody. That right there, it did we lose him?
We did.
I'm right here, brother.
I was on a roll.
You should
Oh,
keep
what?
going.
I'm right
man.
here.
You could have split it in better.
Anyhow,
here.
that right there solidified you as, you know, you are one of our rising stars with the All Need Music podcast. You know, portray exactly what we like in country music as far as the outlaw country, but yet you're not doing it to be outlaw. You're doing it to spread music to everybody. And to say that the biggest show, nothing will ever top you playing for the president, that right there is just like the epitome of America and country music right there. So big shout out to you. Absolutely love that is what you your achievements and your goals, you know, as far as that goes. So
we lost you for a second, but Jesse kept going, just talking about you know, his view of the way you describe that. And really there's nothing better musically speaking than, you know, your focus is on the music, not on you and not on like where you could be versus what you're doing, and just keeping it real. And that's what we do. That's what we love about country music is the people. Really, like, I don't really care. We listen to other genres here and there. I grew up listening to everything from Simon and Garfunkel to country music to West Coast rap, you know, but nothing, and I don't care, it's a mountain I'll die on. No other genre can compare to country music people. They're just real people, and that's what makes it so freaking great.
Well, yeah, man. I feel like everybody, so far anyway, I feel like everybody's been super straightforward and nice and honest, and and now I'm talking about real people. Like when I go and play a show and talk to people and shake hands, everybody seems to be on the same page and super happy. Now, when you get into the bigger people, like I guess the people that matter, that potentially might sign you, uh, there can be some shysters, man,
Yeah.
and it doesn't flow with me. So that's why so far staying in this lane and being independent, it's it is a lot more work. Trust me, it's a lot more work because you don't have a record label backing you. You don't have all this help.
Yeah.
So to do it yourself, there's a sense of pride behind it. It's like fixing something yourself and then looking at it and going, wow, I saved this much money and I did it. It's the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I mean, I love playing music, so I get to do that and go out on any stage. It doesn't matter the size. I could play at Buck Wild in Fostoria. I could play the Eagles Club. It doesn't matter. Just to be able to play music and have fun with people. I've been very gifted and very fortunate. And this right here is one of my favorite things to do is talking with cool people about music, man.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's kind of what just to recap when we lost you there is that when you were talking about you know your rise in the music industry and everything, you weren't talking about like playing this stage or I want to play Nissan Stadium. You were talking about just spreading the music to everybody, and that is just such a cool thing. Like you weren't trying to like I got to get to here, and then I got to get to here, and then I got to get to here, and then play the stadium shows. You said, I just want to spread music to everybody. And that's just such a cool thing and such a cool mentality to have in this. And I could only imagine how hard it is as an independent artist to do all that, but to keep that head on your shoulders at such a young age of that's all you want to do is just spread the music to everybody and enlighten people through music. That's just such a cool thing.
Well, thank you, man. It's thank you. It's a real good compliment.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's just a lot of fun. It's so much it's so much fun, man. I can't get over it. Every time I put my put my strap on, put my guitar on, and I get to play songs, it's too much fun. Like the first time that I got to meet you guys up in Petoskey last year with Trace, it was just it was so cool. We were backstage, we were bullshitting, and you're like, "Hey, man, both of you, hey, we want to have you on this podcast one of these days." I'm like, "Dude, fuck yeah, that'd be cool." And full circle, and it's just cool. We're talking about the same stuff, and it never gets old.
Yeah.
It never gets old, and I love
Yeah,
it.
You don't know how many times I've told the story about meeting you backstage, and one of the first things that you said to us was like, "Hey, you guys hungry? You need a sandwich right here." You had like a Subway spread or something like that.
Yeah, he
I was
did.
like, dude, I'm like, you're talking to my heart right there. I need a big old sandwich right there. And I was like, why didn't I take
Yeah.
a sandwich? I was like, so like just in the moment that I was like, no, we're cool. Like but I was like,
Oh,
a
dude.
sandwich, and he offered a sandwich. Like we met so many people throughout our adventures and our shenanigans and so many artists, and I was like, ain't nobody ever offered me a sandwich, and I know the big guy did take one. So
Oh, shit.
next time we meet
Oh my
up
God, that's
and you
funny.
got sandwiches, I'm definitely grabbing one. So
Oh yeah, we'll have them, dude. We'll have
So,
them.
the funny thing about that is that kind of ties into a story that I had heard. Your first big kind of opening show was at the Capitol Theater in Flint, and that was also opening for Trace Adkins. And
It was.
he invited you for food, correct?
He did, dude. Do you mind if I tell that
Go
story?
for it.
So I get a kick out of this every time. So we played. It was just myself And the reason how I got that show, the local radio DJs in Flint and or actually, it was a few different radio jockeys throughout the state of Michigan in that area. And Dan Richards was one of them. And they all said, pick a local country person or country artist in the area, a local guy, and send a few of them to us. And everybody picked theirs. Well, fortunate and luckily, Dan Richards, I've only known him for maybe a year or two before this and only seen him a few times. And he put my name in and saying, hey, this guy would be perfect. So Trace's team actually picked me to open for him out of these 5 or 6 people.
Nice.
So luck of the draw, I got the nomination. I don't know what they went on. Haircut, I wouldn't have won. But seriously,
I do
terrible.
like your little more trim than the wings before.
Yeah, I need to grow it back out, man. I look like a car salesman right now. But anyway, yeah, man, it was so much fun. We got the nomination and I was able to open for him. They said the only stipulation, do you have 30 minutes of original material, all original songs? And I said, yeah, I think I do. So I gathered up all my songs and I played them, and it was 32 minutes. And I'm like, boom, I got it. So, and that was the stipulation: no covers, only original music. And sold out show, so much fun. And right when we got done setting up the merch table up the stairs, when you go in, we broke for early dinner, late lunch before the show. And I wanted to go to the original Burger King on the bricks downtown Flint. I've never been there. That's where I wanted to go. So we were getting ready to get in the truck, and Trace's tour manager came to us, and because we were backstage in the basement, and he goes, hey, where are you guys going? They're like, we're going to go get a burger to eat for lunch. He goes, well, if you guys want, we have a catered dinner in the back for all the, the event staff, our team, and all that stuff. He never mentioned Trace, but we have it for everybody, you guys included, if you want it. And I went, fuck yeah, I like free shit. So we went back there and ate. And so we were sitting there eating for about half an hour, and we were about to get up. Well, there's a big industrial door, like a big steel frame door behind us. And it swung open, and I didn't know who it was. And a hot blonde walked out, a little Chihuahua dog walked out, and then this guy in pajamas walks out, and he's like 7'4". I'm like, damn, man, that's crazy. And so I kept eating, and I heard his voice. He went, can you pass the salt? Like really deep. I'm like, oh, dude, that's Trace Adkins, dude. He just got off the bus. He was taking a nap. So he ate for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and he got up. And by the way, he's in his pajamas. And he came over to me and my family, and he reached his hand out, and he goes, hey, my name's Trace Adkins. Nice to meet you. And I said, I know. That's your name. My name's Waylon. And he goes, so you're the kid who's opening for me? I said, yeah. He goes, well, let's talk. I want to get to know you. So for a half an hour, we just bullshitted. And we talked everything but music. We didn't talk music because that's what we were there to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I was showing him deer pictures on my phone. He was showing me his food plots that he put in and all that kind of stuff. And I shot more deer than him that year, but I won't.
Yeah,
I won't go.
But who's counting, right?
but yeah, but yeah, man, we got that picture, and that's the one on my Facebook profile. One of them. It was him, a t-shirt, pajama pants, and it was so cool.
That's
man.
awesome. That's awesome.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, and right there, it just showed how real of a dude he was because he took time. He took time out of his day. You know what I mean? He could have went back and got dressed and he just chilled out for a little bit, but he came over and shook my hand. It was really, really cool, man.
Yeah.
And he has my respect to the day I die.
That's awesome. That is exactly what we love about country music and country people. Yeah. Like Matt don't know anything about what you were talking about as far as shooting deer and hunting and stuff like that. Food plots and trail cams and stuff like that. I got you though. So yeah, that's super cool story. When we meet up here in a couple weeks here at the Sunrise, we're definitely gonna be comparing some deer pics for sure. So,
Oh yeah, it'll be cool, man.
Dan, I said deer pics, not the other pics that you're thinking about. So
He started laughing.
I have a couple.
Oh my gosh.
Wrong bucks, Dan.
Oh my gosh.
So, funny story is we've been to a show at that venue and love it. That's a great venue there, the Capitol
Awesome.
Theater.
It is.
Was that last year we went there for the first time, or the year before? It was last year.
I think it was last year. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went and saw a guy you may have heard of before. He goes by the name of Gary motherfucking Allen.
Motherfucking Allen.
That's what we call him. I don't
Yeah.
think that's his official
I've heard
name,
of him.
but that's what we call him. Gary.
No, it's
motherfucking Allen.
official. It's official. Gary motherfucking Allen.
It should be. But yeah, we went down there and caught a show with him, and May Estes opened up for him, and she's another solid, up and comer that we absolutely love. And as much of a Gary Allen fan as I am and have been, going back for years, we actually went to that show more for May Estes than we did Gary Allen, because we love
That's cool.
we
man.
love the openers, right? We love that's like our thing.
Absolutely.
Is we want to see these new people that we've been to the stadium shows too. We've seen all of the big names. If I were to rattle off every artist that I've seen that's a headliner, we'd have like a 3-part series podcast, and they're great, right?
Yeah.
But there's something that's just special about it's kind of like before NIL deals in college sports, right? Like college sports used to be a little more pure than professional sports. That people are doing it for the love of it before the money kind of takes hold, and it becomes more about that. I think you wrestled in high school, and so like I wrestled, my kids wrestle, and that's a sport that you're never going to get paid in, no matter how good you are.
No.
And I would argue that it's
Hey,
toughest
the
sport
Rock,
on
the
planet.
Rock got paid.
The Rock, wrong wrestling, Jesse.
Oh my god.
But that's a sport that to me is arguably the most difficult sport on the planet, and has the least reward monetarily, but I think has the greatest reward in building character and just great athletes and human beings. So
It does.
similar mindset to like those openers. They're grinding it out, and they're doing it for the love of what they do far more than they are about like, oh, where's the next endorsement deal, or hey, I don't have time for you 14-year-old after my show, and I don't owe you my time kind of mindset. But we won't mention any names at all.
Yep. Yep.
Wherever Dan's at in here.
Yeah. Right. Damn it, Dan from Oklahoma, that's not got time for people at his
I
shows.
didn't do it.
Yep.
So what else do you got this year coming up? We know you got opening for Phil Vassar. We know you got Phil Vassar and
Dude,
John Michael Montgomery.
You're packed. Your schedule is packed right now.
You're like as busy as the Wayans brothers were when they did In Living Color. That was
You are
before your time.
right now.
In living color.
Dude, I follow all of your socials and everything like that, and it's like every day you're posting like, hey, we're going here, we're going here, we're going here, we're going here. And I was like, holy shit, like how much Waylon Hanel can I get in this short amount of time? Like I'm like trying to like, all right, I gotta be here on here and here and here and here. And I was like, dude, you're getting it right now.
It's, sometimes it can be stressful. It can. I'm honest. It can be stressful because you're on the go all the time. When you get home, it's either to just pass out and go to sleep, or get up, tune your guitar, play it for a little bit,
Work on your 6'4"
get
a little
shit
bit.
in line, and then the next day you're on the road. So, or you're fixing your piece of shit truck because it broke down. So either way. But yeah, man, I'm very fortunate to have people that seem to enjoy my music and come out and occasionally spend money on a concert ticket to come see me, which I really appreciate. And but yeah, the other big thing that I have coming up, this happened just a week or two ago. I'll be opening up for Wade Jennings.
Fuck yeah! Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's going to
Mind
be
my
August
person.
17th, 3 days before the John Michael and Phil Vassar show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've seen that, and Way, we've seen in concert and hung out with him for a bit
In
and
Michigan. In
Yep.
Michigan.
Yeah,
In
he
the
played up
UP.
in the UP last fall,
Oh nice.
and we went up there and seen him. I had
I actually was wearing the Wade Jennings shirt when I seen you down in Nashville last time.
Yep.
I do remember that. Yeah.
So I was like, yep, Wade Jennings. And then I saw that and I was like, oh my God. All right. And I was showing my wife and I'm like looking up on Google, like, where is this place at? And I was like, all right, it's only like 55 minutes from our house. And it's a Sunday night, which is always a bummer because you got to get up and work the next day. But I was like, it's only 55 minutes from the house. Like, we can do this. Like, I'm like, we're going to go see Way and Waylon. Like, I don't know what shirt I'm going to wear. Am I going to wear my Waylon Hanel shirt? I'm going to wear my Wade Jennings shirt, or I have a Waylon Jennings shirt. Like, I don't know which one to wear.
You know what you need to do is you need
I know.
to make it say Way Hanel, cut them and stitch them together.
There you go. Or just like wear 3 shirts and strip them off as I go.
Not the way you sweat.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Not the way
And
I
get
sweat.
this, man. This right here is, to me, is the coolest thing, because Way, I heard, is a really down to earth dude. And when you guys probably talked to him, he seemed like that.
Yeah, he's awesome.
To me, sometimes, I will be honest, sometimes I hear people talk, and when I say people, like other artists, and sometimes they're, I would say, kind of embarrassed about the places that they play because it's not a big venue or it's not, a stage. Dude, this is the coolest thing. We're playing at a campground, dude. Come on. We're playing in the summertime at a campground right down the road from where I grew up. And it's all redneck and farmers out there. Are you kidding me? This is the coolest thing ever. Wade Jennings, myself, playing a show at a campground in Michigan in the summertime.
Hell yeah.
You can't get no better than that.
Hell yeah.
No, and when you talk about
it's bring your own chair, bring your own beer, everything, it's the best thing in the world.
You just got Dan's attention right there when it said bring your own booze.
Really?
Seriously.
Bring your own beer?
Dude, you keep
But then you said redneck and you lost Matt because he's from California, so he don't know anything about that.
I was born in Missouri, thank you.
Dude, it's so different. It's so different.
Yeah. So when you talk about Way being down to earth, one of the things I love about him is that he's so open and shares his struggles with addiction and everything. And I cried like a baby when we saw him because I was talking to him about, unfortunately, something that you and I have in common. And I lost a brother. And my brother chose alcohol far too much, and it ended up taking his life. And I've struggled with that a little bit and understanding addiction more and everything else because of that. Because I can drink 10 days straight and then not drink for 10 months straight, and it's no big deal to me. For my brother, that wasn't the case. And oftentimes I think we don't like to talk about those kind of things. And the fact that Way is so open with his addiction battles over the years, I think that's really the way forward for so many people that struggle, is to have that kind of stuff in the forefront. And he doesn't try to hide it and act like it's not a part of his past. And so we had this really great
He embraced it. Yeah, he embraced it.
At a place called the Bates Motel that actually has a horror themed room up in the UP. Outside, we were standing by the General Lee that they had brought up from downstate. A group brought one up, and just a cool night to hang out there. And we stayed and camped and just had a good Michigan redneck kind of time.
Well, hell yeah, man. That's the only time you can have.
That's a great time. That's a great time in my mind.
Yeah, so that'll definitely be a great one. That is in Vassar, Michigan, correct? On August 17th.
Oh, yeah.
So, god damn, you're gonna have us running all over the state like you are.
Hey man, once I get this truck all buttoned up and it won't leak 3 gallons of coolant anymore, you guys will be able to ride with me.
Perfect.
I'm down. I'm down. I'm down.
It'll
Official
be cool.
official artist of the All New Music podcast, Waylon Hanel. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
What, dude? I'm ready to go too. I'm gonna take a shower and now I'm ready to go.
So something non-music wise I wanted to touch on, because this is a hot topic in Northern Michigan, and I don't know if you're aware of this or not, is the Hanel or Hanel pronunciation. Because in Indian River, there's some folks that I believe are cousins of yours, and everyone swears that
Yep.
the name's Hanel and not Hanel. And so is there a difference? Does it matter? Or because I say it, and people that I know are like, I know his cousin, it's Hanel. And I'm like,
I think they're more illiterate up there in Indian River, and so they're like, Hanel.
I mean, if you want, I don't give a fuck. I mean, as long as it doesn't sound French, I'm fine with it.
Hanel.
You can say exactly right there. So, like, you can say Hanel. It doesn't matter. I know up north, where my family's originally from, Indian River, Afton. Afton is where my family started, and so up there they say Hanel. Down here we say Hanel. It either one works with me. I just feel like so many people know me as Hanel that it kind of stuck. And then when I go up there, people are like, what the fuck? Like, they don't know what to say. So
yeah, people from Indian
whatever
River,
one you say, I'll respond to.
people from Indian River are real assholes.
Yeah, and they don't know how to talk.
I'll just call your brother.
Yeah, brother. There you go. I'll call you brother.
Dan lives in Indian River, so I had to get a little dig
shit,
in.
brother.
And he's actually he's from the big city of Alanson, where you're also going to be playing here coming up real soon at the Jerkin Depot.
The Jerkin Depot.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, man. All these shows are coming up so quick too, man. Summer's flying by.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I know.
We don't like
that.
We love that you're playing at the Jerkin Depot in Alanson, but it's the day after you play at the Sunrise, where we're going to see you there at the Sunrise. And then I'm like, shit. All right, what time is he playing? Can we make it over there real quick and watch him, and then come back real quick and see Boomtown Saints? So we're trying to do our logistics thing. If we know any logistics people on the All New Music podcast, like, help us out here, because Waylon is all over the place right now. And if you guys follow him at all, you need to follow him around the state.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I also have to give a shout out too, because I know your parents are cool as shit.
They are.
We've met them a number of times, and I know they do a lot of behind the scenes stuff for you. Especially your mom. We interacted with her initially when we first met up with you, and that's something that I think that just kind of ties in perfectly to just good people. And that that whole country, like I was talking about, people that are country people are just down home good folks. And the fact that you got your mom helping out with stuff with the career, I just absolutely love that. We kind of tease Dan from time to time from being a little bit of a mama's boy, but at the end of the day, like, I talk to my mom all the freaking time, like,
Yeah.
And there's something about that, right? That, mom's mom,
Am I going to have
Well, yeah, man.
all this episode? Yeah, I'm a mama's boy. I'm not ashamed to say I love my mom. I love my mom.
Good thing she doesn't watch the podcast to know about him cussing or drinking, though.
Right.
Oh my God.
Apologize to my mama right now for
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
I see him, bro.
But yeah, man, it's very nice to have my mom and dad, my parents, at damn near every single one of my shows. My mom is my manager, and it's actually crazy. Some of the best advice I've ever gotten from, it was a writer that I've written with quite a bit. His name's Bernie Nelson. He lives in Texas now. He lived in Nashville for 30 something years, but he decided to leave because it was getting a little wacko down
Oh
there.
yeah.
So he
Oh
went
yeah.
down to
Oh
Texas.
yeah.
And he said, keep it small and in your family as long as you can.
That's all.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to be paying somebody to do the same thing that your family would love to do. And I pay my mom, don't get me wrong, I do pay her. And because she deserves it. She really does. She works her ass off. And eh, over half of these shows that I've gotten, the big shows, I mean, you know, like the opening acts and all that kind of stuff. Over half of those she's got on her own, just calling people, texting people, DMing them through Facebook or something, or uh, Instagram or something, and she makes it work. I don't know how she does it, but seriously, she'll show me the phone and go, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And it'll be open for Jody Messina. I'm like, yeah.
Duh.
It's just unreal. And yeah, and she books all the local shows that I do, and I owe everything to my parents, man. I owe everything to them.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is that nobody's ever going to be a bigger supporter of you than your parents, and nobody's ever going to go out and bust their ass for you more. You could hire a manager, I don't care who they are. They're not going to work as hard for you as your mom is, because she's your mom. She wants you to succeed more than anybody does. There's no amount of money you could pay a manager on the planet that would make them care as much as she's going to.
No. And the best thing, I'm with my parents. You know, I
Right.
get to spend time with them. I've moved out now, but being able to see them throughout the week and do shows together and travel and do road trips, it's a really cool feeling. Yes, at times it gets a little overbearing, but we work past that.
Sure.
Like with every, you know, kids and parents, we work past it, and everything is, to me, perfect. Everything's perfect.
Yeah, and
That's all.
I just have to say this right here, that yes, your mom is totally awesome. Like, she conversed with us before we met you guys up there last year at Emmett County Fair. Handled business like perfectly. I mean, she was spot on with like any of these people that you're going to find and sign in Nashville or anything of that nature. Like, she was awesome. And I just have to throw this out here right now. I met your dad at the Emmett County Fair. I will say this. I got to clear the air with this one. Your mom ages beautifully. I mean, she is a beautiful 35-year-old lady. Your dad, I did assume, was your brother, though. So he ages very, very well. I did assume that he was your, slightly older brother. And when I met him, and I met your mom, and then I met him, and I was like, "Oh, are you Waylon's brother?" He's like, "I'm his dad," and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm eating on this chew that I just shoved in my mouth right here." So, but
No,
but
man.
they are
No,
both
it's all
great
cool, man.
people. They are handling your career very, very well, and just great people, great country folk, just like we like it. So, the guy that you said that moved to Texas, he knows exactly what he's talking about when he says keep it close and keep it in the
Yes.
family. So very good people that you have
Absolutely,
around
brother.
you. You're surrounding yourself with the good people. So keep it up.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, man.
So before we wrap this up, something that I'm curious of: 3 artists rocking that.
Yeah.
Signed, baby.
Oh, dude, let's go.
So
By the way, one thing before Matt wraps this up, I just want to say we always like to tell everybody about going to the shows and getting the merch. Obviously, we have lots of merch. Matt has the shirt. Got this. We got stickers. Matt has a sticker on his bar. I have a sticker on my bar. Hats. Awesome.
got the guitar
Waylon,
string bracelet for my wife.
Yep.
Yep.
Waylon, on your website, you guys don't have the option to purchase anything on there. I'm sure it's probably something you guys are working on, but make sure you guys are going out to the shows and actually getting them. And Waylon, when we come and see you at Sunnyside, I need one of them new camo hats that you guys got.
You got
So
it,
make
brother.
sure if they are selling out, I need one reserved for me because I'm coming to buy that sumbitch. Because that thing is freaking tight. This is the wife's hat. I got this for the wife. I got my koozie, but I just have to say, Waylon has some badass merch. Make sure you guys are going to his concerts, buying the concert tickets, buying the merch. That helps support them. But yes, definitely reserve one of those camo hats for me. He has a couple different camo hats. I don't want the orange one because I don't like me to be seen when I'm in the deer woods. That one. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a signature just like this on there. So yes, make sure that I got one of them. So make sure you guys are buying the merch.
You got it, brother. I'll put it on the side for you.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, Matt. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I had to get that in.
No. Listen, the merch is always important because artists they make a good living off of their merch, and that's a big part of it. When you're doing all these shows on the road, you can stack cash a whole lot better when people are buying your merch, whether it be those guitar string bracelets that I think it's your grandpa makes those, correct?
Yes. So every show that I play, I don't know what goes on with my guitar, but I break strings. And I don't know what happens. There might be a burr or something on it.
No, it means you're just
but
rocking
I
too
break-
hard, baby.
Yeah, I maybe. And so I break them and I change them because if one breaks, they're all going to break. So I change the strings and I keep them. And I just changed them yesterday. So look at this. So I change them just like this. I leave this end on there. This right here is actually the end that goes inside the guitar. And then I cut off the end that winds at the top of it. So I cut it off flat. And then my grandpa, he'll wind a homemade guitar string bracelet out of it. And these strings, every single one of those bracelets, I've played those strings. So that's, to me, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they're all, they're all
I need one
authentic.
of
They're all,
those. I want one of those.
You got one, brother. I'll have them for you.
And they don't make.
But yeah, man, it's just. Oh, it's all right. But yeah, it's just a cool thing that we put out there if people want to purchase it or look at it. And
no,
when you said we make a good living off merch, I wanted to add something to that if you didn't mind. Yeah. On these big shows like this, sometimes I'm able to, get paid a decent wage. Most of the time, not sometime, most of the time, the opening band's budget is $100 or $200. And if I have a full band or playing with just, playing with a steel player and me, sometimes if we travel, because I live in Clio now or Millington, where I used to live, I opened for Lone Star down in Paw Paw, Michigan by Kalamazoo and up in Ludington. So there's 2.5 hours and 3 hour drives right there. You're spending that in fuel to get there. And then I have to pay my steel player to be there with me, which I don't mind at all. I love Barry Goki. I will do it forever because he's been playing for 52 years and he deserves it. So
he's amazing,
when he is amazing. And when we put that merch table out there, a lot of that is we're trying to, make at least break even or make it worth it. So it really, really means a lot to me when even before I play or after I play, people go up to that table and at least look. And it really, really gets to me. So, for you guys to be wearing it, it really means a lot. If there's people out there watching this that wear it, thank you very much. And anybody who's going to be watching this that hasn't seen me yet, come out and enjoy the show. And if you have time, stop at that table and just look. I'm not asking you to buy anything, but just look and see, because there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. We make damn near everything that we sell.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask people to buy your merch either. I'm going to tell them to buy your merch.
Yeah, I'm going to tell people to buy your merch. Yeah.
Get off your cheap ass and at least buy a fucking koozie. You know, buy a shirt, buy a hat, buy a koozie, buy a bracelet, and take one of everything home with you and help somebody out. Especially, you know, if you're going to a show and you're going to enjoy, you know, you're going to have a good night out. That's worth something, right? Like when I go to work, I want to get paid. I don't want to go to work and hope that somebody pays me. So go out there and buy the damn merch, support these artists and help them keep playing these shows.
Well, and especially them bracelets. I mean, you know, Matt's done a couple dive deeps into some guitar purchasing of something that somebody plays. You know, one of our near and dears, Jamie Johnson, played a guitar, and he's going to show it. Jamie Johnson played this guitar.
Way up there.
He signed it, but he actually played it on stage. And so that's like merch right there. Like, it's not just like buying a koozie or something like that. This is something you actually strummed on, you played, and you know, we're gonna take it back to that guitar playing day right there when Matt bought that Jamie Johnson guitar. It was actually 3 years ago in Nashville. Jamie Johnson was on stage. We went there to see Jamie Johnson because we're huge fans of Jamie Johnson. And guess who he had on stage with him at a writer's round? It was Ella Langley. And 30 seconds into Ella Langley playing, when nobody knew who Ella Langley was, we said, that's the next Miranda Lambert right there. Fast forward, he has a guitar signed by Ella Langley, Jamie Johnson, and it's like one of those things. And Ella has came out and said, like, she loves playing small-time shows because how cool would it be if she got to the stadium shows, which she's going to be, just like I'm 100% positive someday you will be, if you can say that, like, I got a guitar string bracelet from Waylon Hanel when he played at the Sunside Music Festival, or he played at the Emmett County Fair, or he played at one of these small bars, and I got that back in the day, and he actually played that. Like, that is just huge right there. And so, yes, we are not going to ask people to purchase your stuff. We are telling people to go purchase this stuff because Waylon Hanel will be one of those that you will see later on up on them big ones.
For sure.
Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, thank you.
So before we went down the merch rabbit hole, and we do that, we go down rabbit holes all the time. That's what we do. You know, and that's part of what we like to just keep it real and have conversations, real conversations, where you'd be sitting around shooting the shit with your friends, talking about, you know, life and whatever, you know, and obviously
it would be much better once we get together on the main table all together, drinking some Busch lattes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be drinking some whiskey.
Hey, you better be ready to fire it up, dude.
I already told your dad we're gonna drink some whiskey together.
Okay. Yeah, me and my brother, here we go.
Right. So before we wrap it up, give me not your 3 top like lifetime artists, right? But give me 3 people that you're listening to now. And they don't have to be big name people, but is there other people? Because we love finding those diamonds in the rough. And a lot of time, you know, you have other guys that are, you know, similar to your artists that you know about that we don't know about. And maybe we do know about them. I don't know. But I love to just find out, like, who's somebody you're listening to that you're like, oh, this person's legit.
Well, definitely. I mean, a lot of people know him, but a lot of people know him. A lot of people don't because he's an independent. Cody Jinks is one of my all-time favorite guys to listen to.
Yes,
he's independent.
Yeah, there you go, Danny boy.
Yeah, just a great guy. His music's awesome. I did a show with one of the guys that wrote one of his biggest songs, Same Kind of Crazy as Me. I did a show with Ward Davis. He wrote that song with Cody. Yeah. Great people. Cody's one of my all-time favorites. And another person that I love to listen to, she's a woman. Her name's Molly Tuttle. She's got an amazing voice. My favorite song of her is called Dooley's Farm. It's so good, dude. It's blue. All her music's
I was gonna
bluegrass, and
say.
sometimes it's dark.
I've heard of her. I
Yeah,
thought she
dude.
was bluegrass. So yeah, very cool.
Yeah, dude. Very good. If you guys get a chance to listen to Molly Tuttle, do it. I think it's well, Molly, normal name, how to spell it, and then Tuttle, Tuttle, I believe.
Yep, got
Tuttle.
her, got her.
And then 3, I know this sounds really weird. I love Waylon Jennings. I love Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, Johnny Cash, Johnny Paycheck, Charlie Pride, all those guys. And Tom Petty, all the, 70s rock, dude. Some of my favorite music to listen to is disco.
Okay.
Really?
I'm not joking, dude. If I could play Disco Inferno by the Tramps, I would lose my fucking mind, but I can't do it. I can't get that high without a doobie. I can't do it.
Well, can I bring that up
Dude,
real
I'm not joking.
The Letter by
What?
the Box Tops.
Oh, dude, the box tops are badass.
Where did that come
dude.
from?
So the reason I recorded that song is the first time I ever heard that song was 3 years ago. No, 4 years ago. I was down in Texas listening to Bernie Nelson and his band play. And Bernie doesn't have a drummer. So what he does, he's got an electric guitar player, an electric bass player. Bernie plays rhythm guitar and lead vocal. And Smiling John, this is this guy's name because he's always smiling, just a good old Texan guy, farmer, rancher, and he plays a stand-up bass.
I love the stand-up bass.
Nice.
And for this song, in the very beginning, he takes a bow and like a fiddle bow.
Yep.
It's a bow for a bass, and this fucker is like this big around, and it's like that long, and he strums this and goes, and it's the darkest, deepest sounding. It runs chills up the back of your head,
Nice.
dude, and you're like, what the fuck is about to happen?
Yeah.
And then they played The Letter by the Box Tops.
Yeah, so these guys heard you play The Letter, and I go, yeah, that's a song by the Box Tops. I'm a 60s guy. I love the 60s. And I had to tell him, I go, that's the Box Tops. Like, that's not original. And yeah.
And yeah.
You did good.
The first time I heard that song,
you killed it, but at the same time, I had to educate these guys.
That is true. That is true. Dan, when we were playing some of your music before in Nashville, before we came and seen you on that Wednesday night after Martin's, we were playing some of your music for some of our friends that hadn't, heard you before. And he was like, that's the Box Tops. I'm swearing. We're like, what are you talking about? This is Waylon. And like, he had to educate us. He actually did. So I love the backstory on that. That is like exactly what we love.
I heard that song and I play it the way that Bernie Nelson plays it. And I play it live exactly like he does because the version is so good.
Yeah.
It's different. It's country. And it's a little bit of Southern rock in there. You know what I mean? It's way different than the Box Tops. And I love their version. But this one, it's just a little more me.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I did it. And I don't like to change up songs too much, but that one is right up my wheelhouse. And this is what's crazy, man. I heard that song 4 years ago. And I didn't record him playing it. I was so blown away. And I could not figure out how to play it. So I had to wait until the next year to go write with him to fucking learn the song.
Wow.
Shit.
I had to wait a whole year to remember to record it and then watch him play it. And then I learned it. It took a whole year.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I love that song, dude.
No, and this is exactly why we love doing what we do as far as the All Knee Music podcast is. We love hearing the backstory on, how you got your influence, but then also how you do your songs. And so like that story right there, that is like, yes, like I know Matt, he can't even talk right now. He's just sitting here being like, his heart is like ready to explode through his Waylon Hanel shirt right now.
It's
Like,
cool.
he's like, oh my God, he just tugged at these heartstrings like that bass
It's
freaking
cool, man.
I thought his screen froze. I gotta check real quick.
Yeah, I thought it froze
No.
too. Matt was just like,
yeah. So like, I'm kind of weird in a way, and when it comes to music, right? Is like, I've turned these guys on to writers rounds, which I absolutely freaking love. And as I've introduced these guys to writers rounds, they're all like, this is fucking awesome, because you get that communication that you don't get in a big show. You get the stories behind it. And to me, songwriting it's more than an art. It's so intriguing. And it's hard as fuck, because I decided a year ago that I was gonna write a song about my brother, and it was like an outlet for me to try and like put some shit to paper and just make sense of it all. And man, I wrote it, I scrapped it, I wrote it, I scrapped it, I wrote it, I scrapped it, and finally I just had to say, fuck it. I'm not doing anything else to that. Like one day I'm going to get somebody to record it just to give to my mom, and say, hey, just so you know, I wrote this about Bobby and I got somebody to sing it, and here you go. And that was it. It was just an outlet for me, but it was so freaking difficult. And I've always loved the songwriting side of music, and it made it that much more powerful to me when people write songs, because it's like, holy shit, I tried this, and it was damn near impossible.
It's pretty crazy, man. I like how you said it's more than an art, because the way I've never heard it that way, it's a lot easier to say than what I've been saying for a long time. So I'm going to start using that one. But it's crazy, man. Like, you take an author. Now, nothing against writing books, because those people have patience and they can create a story that's 300 pages long, and you read it page by page, word by word, and it might take you a whole week, it might take you a month to read, and it's a new chapter every day. You know what I mean? And I love that. But a song, you have to take those 300 pages and condense it into 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
And tell this whole story and make it make sense and sound good and catchy with the right beat to hone the certain amount of people in. You know what? It's unreal. These songwriters' abilities to do that. And that's why, going back to, coming to my live shows, and the thing that I pride myself on is telling the backstory, and especially telling who wrote the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody know who sung the fucker. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that. But it's the story behind it that gets me every time, dude. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And then you go and look up that person, and then you go, holy shit, this guy wrote that? He wrote that?
Yeah.
It's so cool, man. And that's why I have the same view of writers' rounds that you do, Matt. It's so cool. It tickles me to death every time.
Yeah, I remember.
Not literally.
I remember probably about God, it was before COVID, so 6 years ago, maybe. Dan and I went to see David Lee Murphy, and I was like, dude, you're gonna be blown away. Like, I'd never seen him live, but I'm like, this motherfucker can write, and he's written a lot of goddamn songs. And Dan's like, what's he got? Dust on the Bottle? And I'm like, yeah.
I knew more than that. I knew Loco, and I knew a lot of songs.
You didn't know 90% of what I told you he had wrote, though.
I did not know that.
And he was like, holy shit, he wrote all of those, and then he plays them, and it's different, right? Obviously, like, you hear Aldean do Big Green Tractor, and then you hear David Lee Murphy do it. There's some purity, I feel, when the songwriters singing it themselves, from that original way that it was written, versus it being tweaked a little bit by the artist that's performing it or something, and gives you a whole new light on a song that you didn't necessarily know.
Absolutely, dude. That's a perfect way to say it. It's because when you listen to the songwriter play it, they're playing it the way that they wrote it, the emotion that they felt at the
Right.
time.
Absolutely.
100%.
And it's a whole nother view of
Yep.
it.
Right.
See that we went
It's
we went
cool.
down another fucking rabbit hole. We're just
I know.
hippity
we just
hopping all
did.
over the damn place tonight. We were supposed to wrap
Hey,
this
you
up.
better save some for round number 2 when we have Waylon
Yeah,
up in Studio North in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we could do a whole
Oh hey, no, we'll be coming up with shit. We'll have whiskey and beer flowing, and we'll be coming up with shit off the
Right.
Oh
fly.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, well let's go ahead and wrap this one up for now then, and let you get some rest after working on your truck all day long. And if you guys aren't doing anything in the next couple of weeks, you can catch Waylon at the 7th of August in Millington. You can catch him on the 8th at the Sunrise Side Music Festival in Lincoln, the 9th at the Jerkin Depot in Alanson, the Manistee County Fair in Onekama on the 15th, the 16th at Old Gas Tractor Festival, the 17th with Wade Jennings in Vassar, the 20th at the Emmett County Fair, 22nd Shot and Shell in Essexville. The guy's everywhere every damn day. I don't know when he's gonna sleep, but
You better get that truck fixed
Never.
because he has lots of miles putting on
and
this
it just
thing.
keeps going and going. So
Exactly.
make sure you guys are getting out to one of his shows. Come see us over in Lincoln. Come hang out with us for the weekend. There's some other great music.
Grab your merch.
You'd have to miss them in Alanson, but if you can't make Lincoln, make Alanson. I know the owners at the Jerkin Depot are good people and want to be bringing a lot of good music to the area. So get out and catch a show. Buy a hat, buy a shirt, buy a guitar string bracelet, and buy a koozie. Not one, buy all of them. Every single one.
Yep.
Take home 4 things with you at least from every show. That's what I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all Need Music Podcast. Out.